puts it on? Larry. Larry, yes.
All right, so what can you tell me about Larry, who put on this crazy event?
Larry is a well-versed person in art. I believe he's actually either a professor or an assistant professor, and I believe it would be at San Diego State. But he's literate. Yeah, he's very well versed in differing styles, more so of modern art.
Now, somebody told me that he actually did something where he was in a Superman costume and was helping people across the street. And he's done some pretty wacky stuff.
That would be like performance art in my book, but...
and I walked up and down the street, like, I guess the whole street of Alabama here. Yeah. I had to walk up and find clues. But the weird thing is, at first I thought, well, this is kind of a cool concept, but the only clues I was finding were boxes. And one had a black light with a phone number. That was kind of cool.
Right.
But then I was finding empty boxes with no black light, and I was looking all around, and it was like, I was thinking, geez, these neighbors are going to call the cops. I was thinking see things like this, where there'd be like, this has a message that says, walk to Livewire.
Well, which is where I just came from.
Okay.
And it's a pretty active scene right there.
Yeah, it's packed in there.
But somehow, I think there were technical problems with. You're going to be hooking up to the television screen there, and sending information, as I understood it, or at least it was going to be adding information to our knowledge of what was going on here.
Oh, and so this garage here, does his wife get mad that he uses it like an art studio, or is that just one of those things that artists do?
Well, the other time I was here, she seemed to be on board with the idea.
Okay, cool. Is she an artist as well?
No, actually, she's involved with San Diego Brewing Company as, I think, a manager of the premises. Yeah.
So that means this party will have
an
lots
unrelated. No, it's not. Unfortunately, catered by them, but
okay. Cool.
Unrelated field, but she's tolerant of what he does.
That's cool. Yeah. All right, so you're one of the artists, right?
Yes.
All right, so tell me a little bit about your art.
Well, this is actually my whole piece.
Oh, this whole thing is your piece. How did you come up with this idea?
Well, it's basically a testing ground for bigger projects.
Okay.
I'm working with limited participants, and basically, usually it takes over a long period of time. Like instead of just like one opening, I try to open up where it's not just one gallery. You just restrict it to the gallery space. It's much larger. It's a public arena, and
that was good that you turned the light on before you turned the light on. It was like the witness protection program here.
And I've also been known to do surveillance art.
Interesting. What does surveillance art mean?
Not really using people's images, but the idea of tracking, even just breaking this work down into just movement.
Okay.
Just following people's movements, and basically like if you the phone call, each thing is like documented.
Gotcha.
So I try to use what like artists documentation.
Right.
I use surveillance as documentation.
Interesting. God, you know what? This reminds me of something I saw when I was like 18 on HBO called Apology. I think it was called Apology. Did you ever see that? It was made for HBO, and it was this crazy guy was stalking this woman. She was doing an art piece where people she put posters all over New York with a phone number saying, if you want to apologize for anything you've done, you call this number and apologize. But a guy that was a serial killer was apologizing for all these people he killed. And of course he would apologize in a sinister way, like the Joker and Batman laughing about it. And she would then use those recorded voices in her art pieces. And they were really...
I'm a travel agent.
You're a travel agent?
Uh-huh.
Plug your company. This is for the reader.
I don't know what the name of my company is yet.
You don't know the name of your company?
At my doorstep this morning at 7:45.
What the hell? This woman is crazy.
But I would be a travel agent. And so...
Okay, I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, so anyway, that's kind of weird. Like, I remember watching that as a teenager thinking, wow, because the concept of that seems bizarre, but it actually worked in what they did, so that's kind of interesting. Like I could see how something like this would work. Although I just along the way, the clues, it just didn't seem like there were enough clues for me. I was like, God, I thought there would be so many cool clues, and like the black light thing was so cool, and then the other boxes were empty. I'm like, am I missing something here?
Well, that's the thing. It can go on and on and on.
Yeah, yeah.
I only got like from 5 till 10. And
Yeah, at least you ended at the live wire on Alabama, because Alabama's a lot longer. So. Hey, all right. Well, thanks for your time.
Sure.
I don't know. Somebody left it in front
Hey,
of my door.
wait, these
Somebody
people-
got through my
these
lock.
people have the jars in front of their door.
For you, okay?
But those are the same jars that were at live wire.
Hot. Look at them.
That's the
Somebody
same thing.
broke into our building and left this in front of our doors.
Are you serious?
Did you call the police?
Well, it had
Like
Larry's
down the
address
streets?
on it, so I just thought I would come by and ask him why.
Are you
They
serious?
should dust it
Somebody
for
broke
fingerprints.
into your building?
I assume so, since we have a locked gate and this was in front of our door.
Did they break into